Okay, welcome back, everybody. More Doki Doki, and we're gonna read. Yuri's gonna read her poem or something. As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri got absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poems is the poem is full of twists and turns and in structure that she in I don't know.
Enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around at her as if she's bewildered herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me after, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds a poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next. So Yuri hops out of her chair and a cheerful walks towards the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
Damn.
Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay, then Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think of it much. But hearing it come out of Sayori's voice, almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Coral liked it. I guess that was a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely, but it might be the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little bit more force behind them depending on what you're reading.
I know what you mean. But, well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone.
The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know.
Okay.
Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Core. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyways. Might as well let Core lower everyone's standards a little before I might have to do it.
You bitch.
She is such a bitch.
It's fine.
I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection to read. I just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause right away. So I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way towards the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if they give them life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite the poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want to other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is.
Yes.
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it is I like now. What it is like now. Make sure you can pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival today. I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead on time what you'll be reciting. Geez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort in the club. It makes me really happy. No problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club. And impressing Monica. Monica's not the thing. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys.
Don't make such a big deal out of it. That must be a little nice, though. Bitch, I'll walk you home. Let's go. Sayori, you're walking home alone.
Well.
How am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Corey. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Huh? Sorry, I was spacing out.
Ah, no worries.
I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how we get to,
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So let's just say one day Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot there. I would walk home with Yuri. Walk home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound?
Yes, finally.
I mean, give how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said.
You admitted it.
Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before he won't need me anymore, you know? He needs you. Sayori. I can't figure out how to see things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. Huh? If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. Yeah, how else are we gonna find some stupid dum-dum that's dirty as fuck? Yuri's not that at all. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. You know what will happen in that time? What happens?
I don't know. Home time though.
Doki Doki. Ooh, pick that one.
But that's fruity though.
I don't care. It's like a one.
Okay.
Oh, fuck her. Okay. Promise, nature, crimson, philosophy. Okay. Incongruent. Determination. Last time she said something about marriage.
Nope.
Oh, fuck her. Yeah, that one. Extraordinary.
That was intellectual.
Intellectual. Night grown? Was that one that makes her jump?
Not that I remember. Maybe captive?
No. I think that's Spider Girl. Nat, I think her name is. Uh, passion? Damn it. Uncomfortable.
Uncontrollable.
Uncontrollable. Ooh, imagination? That's a pretty big word. Disoriented. Precious, forgive.
Essence.
Essence? Unrestrained?
Unrestrained? That was entropy.
Eh.
Oh, because that was the last one we did too. The last one was entropy.
Frightening?
Isn't that gonna be Spider Girl? Oh,
No.
that's her.
Swimsuit, destiny, music, eternity.
I think eternity.
Sure.
Yep.
Headphones, pleasure, graveyard. Not first one then.
Nope.
Damn it. It's between them two, that's for sure. Sensation? Was that it?
Yep.
Yep.
Tenacious. No, you chose something after.
Misery, uncanny, explode. After image or tenacious? One of them.
That was that one.
Okay. Boop.
Vivacious.
Vivacious.
Yep.
Marshmallow, judgment, fluffy.
Vitality.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Do. Oh man.
I realized that she isn't in the little group either.
She's not. She's not one of the three girls. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry. I just walked into. Were you practicing piano again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, of course she was.
You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now practice picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess
Passion.
passione.
I was gonna say that too.
Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you.
Aww.
And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. Oh, I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Nat? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But the whole day, the school, we're just gonna get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid?
Squid?
That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people. I don't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's in your name.
Monica.
Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation.
It doesn't. Monica?
Is this game Japanese? So this is like a Japanese school in a Japanese world.
Yeah, so I guess Monica, it means in whatever, and the opposite translation would mean squid.
I don't know, man.
It's like Usagi means bunny.
But was this written? Was this game made and written by an American or by a Jap?
I don't know.
All right, whatever. Let's keep going. Huh? Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyways.
Where is Sayori?
Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyways? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting in the desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori? I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Aha! Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else.
Oh, God.
Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? I just feel like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sari shows a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worried glanced at Sayori's before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation had already disappeared with everyone back to their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Cora, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? And what do you mean? Maybe I'm reading a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who idly dragged the rubber eraser up and down her desk.
Oh god.
Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Core. You certainly know know her a lot better than I do.
Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you know anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about her well-being I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seems like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Core.
The sauce.
Me?
The sauce.
How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that.
Go on.
She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Core. Have you ever thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions. You should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she keeps keeping her voice quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book, but she looks away just as quickly with a flushed look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone and start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and I sit next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell what I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are the only concern of those willing to share that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comforting in keeping them to themselves.
Go on.
But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen.
I kind of feel like Sayori's depressed when we're not around. Like she just acts bubbly when we're around her, but in reality she's like depressed.
Oh yeah, we've been reading her poems. Very, very bittersweet. She's depressed.
Poor girl. That poor girl. That poor fat bitch.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who Yuri reminds me of. like in an anime, like I've seen it before. I want to see a
She
Kamega kill, but
Yeah,
then
I was
no.
gonna say that. A Kamega kill. There's a character that looks kind of like her. A Kamega kill. Yeah. I was thinking that. I was like, it's not kill a kill. It's that other
It's
one.
not kill a kill.
A Kamega kill. Yeah. I think,
There's another anime that I know of, a purple hair girl, but that's like the mushy stuff that I like to watch.
So no.
Yeah, you've heard of the anime Kiss Him Not Me?
I think.
Well, the purple hair girl, she's chubby, and then she gets depressed because one of her anime dudes died.
No.
And then she lost a whole bunch of weight in a week, and she comes back and she's like the princess. Well, not the princess, but she's pretty, she's thin, and all the boys, and all the boys like her and trying to get her. And one girl who's trying to get at her.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyways, carry on with the vocalization of this mouth.
Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissed to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Core, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath the plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think that there might be something behind it after all. I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too. And I also feel some concerns for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess, but you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious as she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves, and you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that. She would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I am a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it?
Is it?
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyways. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yeah, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, is a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. The kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we will go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. I don't know what her legs have to do with it.
He's checking her out, bro. He's reading up on this girl.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher?
She's long. She's long. She's tall.
Wasn't that what you were saying?
Yeah, I feel like she's the tall one.
Shall we go then? Yeah. Oh boy, where are you two off to? Yuri was gonna make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay, sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? No, everything's a two-person job if you could do it.
Yeah. What?
That's...
Monica, please mind your own business for once. Damn.
Oh,
Or do you want me to tell there's something wrong with helping involve Core in your club activities?
She's like, what?
Bamboozled. What else?
My mouth gapes, like,
What?
I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Wow.
At least she's understanding of the situation.
She just wants some alone time. There it is.
One in the hall. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri. Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Core, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? 'Cause you're rack, mostly. Hair's cool too.
Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away, but you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Look, friend, you say? Friend. Yuri lifts her head. Core, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too.
Do you?
But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah, shall we go? Yes.
We walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to class. Cord, do you like oolong tea?
Ooh.
Long. Yeah.
Anything is fine.
Very well. Yuri sets the temperature to the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. Go ahead.
I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Hoo hoo.
Ho ho.
She goes, hoo hoo. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches a teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do when it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Core. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. Oh, would Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us? Core, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can't read with my back against the wall rather than bending over my desk. Sorry. I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's
the
almost
rack. That's basically it. My.
Your posture, right? Always turn to it like that while you're reading. Yes.
Yeah. I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough.
I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a small bag of chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Siori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea.
Really?
Yeah. Yuri and I then sit against the wall with teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding half the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Okay. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me a teacup, holding it with my hand that's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry to make sure I don't accidentally touch her chest.
Oh boy.
Meanwhile, Yuri has not noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, but I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little bit. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ah, that's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course.
Anime.
She looks tired.
Yeah, wait. Get to this in the next one. Looks good. We're always leaving off on her.
Because it's about her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
thanks.
trying to get hers.
Thanks everybody for watching. Enjoy October. I know there's. God, we're not getting our quips in. It's just a lot of fucking reading at this point. But I hope everybody likes it. Have a good one. Enjoy your Halloween.